Imagine this. The stock market is crashing. Everyone on Wall Street is panicking. Traders are screaming. Crypto is down. Tech stocks are bleeding. And suddenly, millions of people on the internet say one sentence. Relax. Dad will fix it. But they're not talking about their actual father. They're talking about Jerome Powell. Yes, the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Welcome to the strange world where the most powerful banker in America became a meme. And today we're going to break down why Jerome Powell became America's internet dad, what the money printer go BRRR meme really means, how central banks secretly control the economy, and why millions of young investors depend on him. This story is funny, but it also explains how the entire U.S. economy works. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Meet the most powerful man in the economy. Before we talk about memes, we need to understand who Jerome Powell actually is. Jerome Powell is the chair of the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve, often called the Fed, is basically the central bank of the United States. Think of it as the control room of the American economy. If the economy is a car, the Fed controls the gas pedal, the brakes, and sometimes the emergency airbags. They decide interest rates, money supply, economic stimulus, financial stability. And when they change policy, it affects literally everything. Mortgage rates, stock prices, car loans, credit cards, business investment, crypto markets, even job growth. So yes, when Jerome Powell speaks, the entire financial world listens. But here's where things get funny. Because instead of talking about him like a serious economist, the internet turned him into a meme lord. Chapter 2. The birth of the money printer go BRRR meme. To understand this meme, we have to go back to 2020. The world was in chaos. COVID shut down businesses. The stock market crashed. Millions of Americans lost jobs. The economy was collapsing faster than almost any time in history. So what did the Federal Reserve do? They started printing massive amounts of money. Technically, this policy is called quantitative easing. But on the internet, people explained it in a much simpler way. They posted a meme, a picture of Jerome Powell turning on a giant money printer. And the caption said, "Money printer go BRRR." That's it. That meme exploded across Reddit, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Discord trading groups. Millions of retail investors started sharing it. Because from their perspective, every time the economy struggled, the Fed just printed more money. And whenever money flooded into the system, stock markets went up. Chapter 3. The rise of the internet trader. Now here's something important. Before 2020, most stock market investors were professionals, hedge funds, banks, institutional investors. But during the pandemic, something new happened. Millions of regular people started trading stocks. Why? Because of three things. Stimulus checks, commission-free trading apps, people stuck at home. Apps like Robinhood made investing extremely easy. Suddenly, anyone with a smartphone could buy stocks. College students, Uber drivers, gamers, TikTok creators. Everyone became an investor. And these new investors didn't talk like Wall Street. They talked like the internet, which means they used memes. Lots of memes. Chapter 4. Wall Street bets, the meme stock factory. One of the biggest places where these memes exploded was Reddit, specifically a community called Wall Street Bets. If you've never seen Wall Street Bets, imagine a mix between a trading floor, a comedy club, and internet chaos. Users there don't talk like analysts. They say things like, "Stonks only go up," or "Diamond hands," or "YOLO my life savings." When Jerome Powell kept pumping money into the economy, Wall Street Bets users started joking. Powell is our dad, meaning, whenever markets drop, Dad will come save us. Chapter 5. The Fed put, the real economic idea. Now here's the interesting part. This meme actually represents a real economic theory. It's called the Fed put. The idea is simple. Investors believe the Federal Reserve will never allow markets to crash too hard. If stocks fall too much, the Fed might cut interest rates, print money, inject liquidity, support banks, which helps markets recover. So investors feel protected, almost like a safety net. Or in meme language, Dad will protect the market. Chapter 6. When the meme became reality. For years this meme kind of worked. Markets would drop, then the Fed would step in, and stocks would recover. But then something changed. Inflation exploded. Prices for everything went up. Gas, groceries, rent, cars, flights. Suddenly the Fed had a new problem. They couldn't keep printing money. Instead, they had to do the opposite. Raise interest rates. And that's when the internet realized. Dad might actually be strict sometimes.